Well, a cold front is making its way to the tri-state. Storm Team 44 meteorologist Gunnar Consul is here tracking how cold it's going to be. Gunnar?
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing conditions get much colder as we see a cold front move through tonight, like you mentioned. And once we do see that cold air, we'll be dealing with some breezy conditions. And, you know, in the Midwest, cold plus wind equals cold wind chill values. So things are somewhat pleasant right now. That little bit of wind makes it feel like the upper 30s, but things will be feeling much more blustery and cold towards tomorrow, and feeling and looking a little bit more wintry because we have the potential for a few flurries. Now, there are some places that may say we're expecting snow tomorrow, but the chances just aren't looking that meaningful, that impressive, but they still are there, and the chances for snow still aren't zero. But certainly, if we do see any snow, it won't be enough to give us a white Christmas. It's not looking like it'll be enough snow. Plus, temperatures are expected to warm up by Christmas Day. So we're in the 40s now in Evansville, Madisonville, and in Harrisburg, upper 30s out towards Owensboro. Now, let's take a look at those conditions that we are expecting. So there's this little system up towards the north that's caused delays out of Chicago O'Hare, out of Minneapolis International, even in through Milwaukee. Now, this system is expected to head eastward, not south, but some of these southern bands could produce a few showers as we head into the early morning hours. You can see a few showers here or there, not meaningful, but temperatures will be too warm, so we would see light rain or a drizzle. But even colder conditions are expected as more of this cold air wraps around, and we could see a few flurries here or there. So there will likely be snowflakes tomorrow. There is a high certainty of snowflakes, but the certainty of actually seeing accumulating snow, well, that's a different story. So I do think a lot of us will see snowflakes tomorrow, but I don't think many of us, if all of us, will see anything meaningful other than maybe a dusting in one of those heavier bands. So what you can expect is not much, just flurries out there. But we are expecting cloudy and cold conditions. That's what you can bet your hat on. So we're in those 30s. So that also means if we do see any heavy-ish snow, accumulations would actually stick. That'd be different from our snow at the beginning of the month. Temperatures were too warm, so the roads were nice and dry. That could be a different story in some isolated communities, but that's something more of a thing that we would track in the morning. Tomorrow, there's simply too much unknowns that the best information will be delivered by Griffin in the morning for that morning commute. So be sure to stay tuned for that. As we head towards the afternoon, we're in the upper 30s and even the mid 30s. So not looking all that warm, and then conditions actually clear up, but that means things will actually get a little colder. So Saturday, we are a high of the 30s. So on paper, yes, it's a little nicer, but we have a north wind. Sunday, almost just as cold, but we'll have a south wind, so it won't feel nearly quite as cold. But that cold weather isn't gonna last. So what does the beginning of the holidays look like for us here in the tri-state? Bitterly cold, feeling like winter. In fact, winter begins on Saturday, but then Christmas Eve, rain and showers. Christmas Day, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, looking like it'll be in the 50s.